Hey, how we doing? So, are we ready? Big time here. This is what we got going on. We now know aggregate demand. We now know aggregate supply. We've gone through the videos. We're sitting pretty good. Now I got to quiz you. Now you're like, all right, I totally get this. But what if you don't know if it's aggregate demand or aggregate supply? Ooh boy, that's going to be a game changer right there. So what I'm going to do is I have 4 scenarios and you need to shift, but are you shifting aggregate demand or aggregate supply? So it's going to test to see if you really understand what are the things that shift aggregate demand and what are the things that shift aggregate supply. So I'm going to read the scenarios right here. Number 1, corporate taxes go down. Okay, corporate taxes go down. So what's that going to do? B, government builds more buildings. Okay, what's that going to do? C, there's a huge drought. Okay, and then D, there's more people, consumers have more income. Okay, so I'm gonna step out of the way, see if you have those 4 scenarios. Like I said, rewind the video if you didn't get it. You just listen to my words if you can't see what's up here, and then we're gonna talk about what that's gonna do, each of those 4 scenarios. Did you get it? I hope so. Let's take a look. So, first one. For each one of these, this is the question you need to ask yourself every single time. Don't try to skip steps. Ask yourself, is this going to affect supply or is this going to affect demand? Okay, same thing in micro. We got to do it here too. Corporate taxes. Okay, now some of these you're still learning here, so trying to figure out if you got this right. But corporate taxes, what's that going to do? Okay, that means that firms are going to have to pay less money to the government, so firms are going to have more money. Firms are going to be willing to supply more. Okay, firms are going to be willing to supply more. So corporate taxes go down. This would be an aggregate demand shifter to the right. Okay, corporate taxes down. The willingness to supply just went up. That means price level is going to go down. GDP up. Okay. B. So is that supply or demand? Government builds more buildings. Well, that is a demand. It's one of the 4 components. It's the G in the GDP, or in the C, G, I, and X. So, for example, we just built and did renovations on Northern Hills Elementary School right here in town. And that's a big project. I mean, millions of dollars went into that. So all those people had to get paid. And so government does a lot more of that. And that means our aggregate demand is going to shift to the right, which is going to increase price level and increase our GDP. Huge drought. So is that going to affect supply or demand? Well, if I want apples, I don't care if there's a drought or if there is perfect weather. It's not going to affect how much I want apples, but it is going to affect supply. So that is a supply shifter because that's going to affect our productivity or costs. Either one probably for this one. But we're going to shift supply to the left. Okay, shift supply to the left, and that's when you get that ugly stagflation. Okay, so price level up, GDP down. Okay, last one, more income. I wanted to throw this one at you to see if you got it. Remember, if what I said was wages went up, we'd be talking supply. But because I worded it as income, or I could have said that income taxes go down, that's demand, because that's going to affect the C of the GDP equation. People are going to have more money to spend. They'll spend it, they'll increase their consumption, so that's going to shift our aggregate demand to the right, increasing price level and increasing GDP. Now, all of this is the short run, okay? Then we're going to take a look at what happens in the long run. But before we get that, we have to understand the short run, okay? Hopefully you got it. Until next time.